Hi everyone, it's Lunar Day 7 and Wednesday, so the day of Mercury. Day 7 is for divining in a water pot for whatever reason. So I have not done any divining in a water pot today. I have done some work on my scrying bowls and I have done some other packing and processing of those herbs that we were drying. So here's a large jar of the mugwort flowering tops. And these babies, if you're interested in more information on these, do join my mailing list, as it will be an exclusive mailing list. So that's just visit the belladonnaandbones.com website and sign up to the mailing list there. What else have I been doing today? Look, just lots of processing. There's lots of things in the dehydrator, in and out. Those smudge sticks have continued to go. I've been packaging up a little of the Callia. I've been doing some testing on some blank incense sticks that I purchased. They're really long. They're like this long, and I've cut them in half just to see how that goes. I've soaked them in wormwood hydrosol, and I'll let them dry thoroughly, and then we'll burn them and see how they go. I'm not 100% on that. Usually you would use essential oils and a solvent and things like that. So we'll just see how that works out. It may take I might have to concentrate the hydrosol more and then do it. What else? I've been doing some journaling. Yes, this is the most ridiculously commercial witchy journal, but it is, I promise you, the most beautiful book. It's from a German company called Lunar. I'm a terrible stationery fiend. I used to work in stationery. I've been doing some journaling and cooking a big batch of chili, and also I've been processing. So we have camellia. This is just a standard old style camellia, sasanqua, and I have this macerating in sweet almond oil, and I'll top it off a bit. It's a bit low than where I'd like the oil right now, but the smell of this old-fashioned camellia is just incredible, and it also makes a wonderful dye. So I'm really we've got some really wet weather right now, unfortunately, so I'm hoping I won't lose all the blooms off the tree before I'm able to get some of that. I've got a woolen scarf. I'm going to do a bundle dye where I bundle up the petals, as well as some nettles, because nettles can give a grey dye with mordant. So I'm going to do a little test, see whether I can over dye the nettle with the camellia, or whether I need to go the other way around, but we'll see. I may just dip the nettles in an iron mordant before I put them into the bundle and then go from there. Lots of trial and error, and who knows what I'll get out the other end. I wanted to read you some of the prayer from the Picatrix for when you wish to pray to Mercury. Actually, I'm just going to read you the description of it. So if you have the Picatrix, it's section 32, and it's when you wish to pray to Mercury. When you wish to pray to Mercury and seek something pertaining to him, like the things relevant to scribes and kings' regents, dress like a notary or a scribe when the moon is conjoined with Mercury. Behave like a scribe in all your actions, and place on your finger a ring of solidified mercury, since the wise Hermes had worked with such a ring. Note, mercury poisoning is a thing, be careful. Sit on a throne similar to a magistrate's, and turn your face towards Mercury. Holding a sheet in your hands, pretend as if you wish to write upon it. Use the fumigation appropriate to him in a censer of solidified mercury filled with fire and placed therein. Now, again, solidified mercury, We are not putting anything burning near it. We are not touching it. I think that we might need to adjust that one for modern sensibilities. What I love about Mercury is it's the great messenger. And I do like the things that it is spoken about in the prayer. May God preserve you, O good Lord Mercury, you who are truthful, sensible, intelligent, and wise in all manner of writing, arithmetic, computation, and knowledge of the heavens and earth, and the infuser of all these. You are the noble lord of modest enjoyment, riches, business dealings, and wealth. You are lord, sustainer, and subtle interpreter of deep perception. You govern the prophecies of prophets and their perceptions, reason, teaching, apprehending diverse sciences, subtlety, intellect, philosophy, geometry, knowledge of the heavens and earth, divinations, geomancy, poetics, writing, eloquence, and the sense of agility, depth in all crafts and skills, quickness, changing from one business deal to another, preparing yourself and maintaining purity and cleanliness, being helpful to others and behaving yourself well with them, piety, sense perception, tranquility, and the diversion of evils. You are the disposer and the expounder of law to humankind and the good law towards God. I think the planetary prayers in the Picatrix are really exceptional. They're very long. It goes on for another page and a half. And it also has instructions there for making an incense. Also, a lot of sacrifices. Maybe not, the sacrifice to Venus is 2 goats. I think to Mercury it was a chicken, a black cock. So probably not gonna do that. But there is a place for those things in that time, and we are going to adjust them and work with them as closely as we possibly can. But A, I'm not getting mercury poisoning, and B, I'm not gonna sacrifice a goat. I would much rather tend a goat in worship of Mercury, and I think that sacrifices mean different things in this day and age. And I know there's still people who do sacrifice animals in their magical practice. Good for them. A plus. Glad they can do that. I'm not squeamish. I am not a vegetarian. Will happily butcher an animal that I'm going to eat, but I don't believe in just sacrificing for the sake of sacrificing. So that's me, and I think everyone has to make their own choices there. Just letting you know that new podcast will be out by the end of the week, and we've also, with the change in the world right now, differing changes to incomes for people, I have set up a coffee page. So for the podcast specifically, if you're interested in supporting these videos, please shop at Belladonna and Bones. But if you're interested in supporting the podcast, you can go to Ko-fi, so ko-fi.com/ink and bones, and support the podcast there. So I've been funding the podcast out of Belladonna and Bone sales and my own personal income, and will continue to do so for as long as I can. But every bit of support does help us. It's so rainy here. My garden loves it. I love it. I love the rain. I'm going to make myself some squishy clothes and curl up with a good book. And I will talk to you guys and gals and people and extraterrestrial beings, if you're out there, tomorrow. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.